adjectives are used when we compare two nouns. What's a noun? People, place, thing, and idea. Comparative adjectives help determine which noun is bigger, smaller, nicer, etc. Two-syllable words are modified by adding a suffix. What's a suffix? Well, that's when we add letters at the end of a word. Adjectives with 3 syllables are preceded with the word more. Sometimes it's more appropriate to use the opposite comparative adjective. We do that because sometimes we want to talk about something in a little bit nicer way. We're going to see some of this. Sometimes we use the term not as blank as. In other words, not as big as, not as small as, and we use that to, again, compare two objects. Positive ways to compare in equal manner could be as big as. So, not as big as would be less, right? Negative. Or, hey, that is as big as small as. In other words, they are equal. Here are some one-syllable examples. Hey, you're taller than me. You see, we use the word tall, we added ER, and now we're able to describe something. You are taller than me. I am not as tall as you. Again, it's a negative, so maybe I'm just a little bit shorter, right? I'm not as tall as you, right? So, now I'm as tall as you. You are as tall as me. You see, we are equal. Your house is bigger than mine. Again, we've taken the word big, we've added another G, we've doubled the consonant and created a new word, bigger. There are a lot of rules when it comes to comparative adjectives, and I'm not going to go into all of them today, but you have the general idea, right? We often add ER, sometimes another letter, to create a comparative with one-syllable adjectives. My house is not as big as yours. You see, because it's smaller. So I could say, my house is smaller than yours. Both of those would work just fine. Your house is as big as mine. In other words, they are equal. There are many ways to do this, right? I could say, your house is equally as big as mine. That's an adverb. And we do that because adverbs can also describe adjectives. Examples, here are some examples with 3 syllables. Your job is more important than mine. So, important, that's, 3 syllables, right? So we have a 3-syllable word, and in this context, we're going to use the word more. Again, these are comparatives. Do not confuse comparatives with superlatives. We talk about that in another lesson. My job is not as important as yours. Our jobs are equally important. You see where I have used an adverb, the word equal, I've created an adverb equally important. So there's another way to compare something. Your car is more expensive than mine. More expensive than, cheaper than, something like that. My car is less expensive compared to yours. I could use the word cheaper here. My car is cheaper than yours. Our cars are equally expensive. It means they are the same. They both cost the same amount of money. As you can see, sometimes we use adverbs to make our statement more understandable, and that's why I put those in there for you. The word equal is an adjective, and equally is an adverb. I want to thank you for joining me today. Have fun with English.